Okay, so this is my first video, and my dog's at the door. She really wants to come outside, but we're not letting her come outside because she wants to play ball 24/7. If I come out, have her come out, that's all she's gonna want to do, and that's all the video will be. Anyway, so this is basically like, I guess, trying to see if I can get this as a transformation kind of video. So it's a barren wasteland, if you will. There's a lot of stuff I have to clean up, a lot of dog toys everywhere. It's a fairly decent sized yard. It's not super big, it's not super small. I mean, I guess that's subjective for everybody. For me, this is a decent sized yard. I wouldn't want something super big that I couldn't maintain or take care of myself. But anyway, so this is what it looks like. We do have some boxes. I guess I can show you over here. There's 2 boxes. My husband actually made them, and a sponge. So I do have some bulbs in here and some more in that one. We have a couple of potters. There's the black ones. They're cheap plastic ones. Maybe one day we'll eventually upgrade to something else. This is an area where I'm hoping that I can put a lot of my other crops that are too large to go into these beds, you know, like sunflowers, cut flower garden, which I'm probably going to put on the other side of the fence or whatever, whatnot. But yeah, so it's basically a wasteland. So we're gonna see if I can get this to be something better than what it is right now. A lot of the stuff is probably going to be removed or taken out and redone, and get this to be some sort of oasis at some point in time. We'll see how that goes. All right, so this is kind of my seed starting area. And my not trusty Pooch, because she can be kind of crazy. Anyway, so these are the seeds that I've already started. I always have a really bad tendency of starting the seeds too soon, but everything's looking pretty good. My onions had a rough start. I don't know. I could not get them to germinate the first time. I don't know what I was doing wrong. The first time I did them last year, they came up really good fairly quickly. But like I said, it is early still to be doing a lot of these types of things, because I tend to forget that I need to do my cold hardy plants first, like lettuce and cabbage and, you know, that kind of stuff first. And I just go straight to doing like all the stuff that I like. So my peppers and my tomatoes, even though they probably could wait it until about, you know, February. So that's those. So I have a bunch of everything. So these I think are flowers, and I'm really bad at labeling, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people say that. I don't know why, but we seem to not do well with labeling everything. It's so easy to just grab some labels and put them up there. But just to give an idea of what I do have going on, I've got celery, Swiss chard, lettuce, and then kale. And then this one is cabbage, which I ended up separating out the seedlings and putting them in these sections right here as well. Which is basically the same thing. All of this whole tray has the extras down here, with the exception of these 2, which is hollyhock in this first one and sweet William in this second area right here. I do have a lot of herbs up here, so like your basils, lemon balm, cilantro, and things like that. And in this tray, I did not label any of these, so I'm not sure what they are. I think they're flowers. I guess it'll be a nice surprise when I plant them, or when they get bigger and I can tell what they are. This is my other section, and my garage is a complete mess. It has to, okay, so just a quick thing. My husband is in the military. He moved out of his place he's in Texas, and he moved somewhere else. So he brought a lot of stuff home to downsize where he was, to move it to his new location, and this is a lot of just extra stuff everywhere, but we'll handle that eventually. I don't know when, but we'll get to that. These are my other trays that I do have out here. Some more tomatoes and a bunch of other flowers. I think this whole tray, which it came up spotty, and that might just be me. And like I said, I am new at this. I have no idea. I just throw whatever in there, try to remember to label it. If I don't, try to remember what it is. But it should be all carnations. And then this one, I think this is supposed to be lettuce, but don't quote me on that because I have no idea. And this one, these are all tomatoes. These are tomatoes, all of those. A lot of them look very familiar. And these, I think, are flowers. So all these little sprouts are flowers, which I apparently seeded some of the tomatoes with flowers and some of them not with flowers. Not sure what my thought process was on that. but we're gonna go with it. And we're just gonna use what we have and see what we can get out there, and hopefully maybe next time I'll be a lot better at planning.